West Visayas State University, with its vision to become a research university advancing quality education towards social transformation and global recognition, and its commitment to developing lifelong learners empowered to generate knowledge and technology and transform communities as agents of change, continues to pursue relevant initiatives through programs, projects, and activities aligned with community service. Through its stated goal number 3, the university aims to develop and package high-impact, research-based extension programs responsive to the needs of the community. With its 3 main objectives: to institutionalize the transfer of mature technologies to enhance productivity and address societal needs, to intensify collaborative inter- and multidisciplinary extension engagements, and to strengthen stakeholders' involvement and sense of ownership to ensure community development and sustainability. And through the embodiment of core values of excellence, creativity and innovation, and service, the university system hopes to address these challenges. Poverty in Western Visayas, despite its rich human and natural resources, answering to the call for state universities and colleges to take a more active role in extension, the growing threat to our local and global ecosystems, the need of strengthening local capabilities and attitudes for the development of a more empowered citizenry, and the imperative to plan and to implement development undertakings that are more relevant and responsive to the health and socio-economic needs of the people. As the primary enabling arm of the university for community service, the University Extension and Development Center, with its mandate to respond to the call for societal transformation, and with its vision to become a conduit of generated knowledge and technologies for community development, and its commitment to empowering partner communities through research-based knowledge and technology diffusion for social transformation, takes charge of facilitating the diffusion of agriculture, forestry, education, communication, business, health, and social technologies through the use of integrated, multidisciplinary, and participatory extension programs and services aligned with the strategic agenda and priorities. The West Visayas State University Extension programs and projects help develop partner communities through its health, environment, livelihood, and pedagogic program, with inter- and multidisciplinary and needs-based approaches offered by various academic units. The enhancement of 4 inter- and multidisciplinary areas is guided by the national government socio-economic agenda, as well as a regional development agenda as a key direction in making socio-economic growth more inclusive and poverty-reducing. The university, as a higher education institution, is mandated to conduct instruction, research, and extension. These trifocal functions continually interface and enrich the university's performance. The different colleges and satellite campuses, with strong participation of community stakeholders and partners, implement the extension thrust on health, environment, livelihood, and pedagogy through programs, projects, and activities geared towards the realization of empowered communities. Reports on extension outcomes, best practices, and lessons learned are channeled back to the university for instructional use and as research inputs, which eventually improve the extension services and the university as a whole. Supportive of the university's strategic goals and objectives for extension, the College of Information and Communications Technology has been carrying out initiatives that contribute to the positive transformation of its partner institutions and communities. The college hosts 2 extension programs: Bringing Youth Technology Empowerment, or BITE, and Information and Communications Technology for One, or I for One. BITE, as a student-led program, was targeted towards bridging ICT skills of high school students, while I for One is targeted towards upskilling educators and local government units. Although the I for One is a unified program for the whole college, the ownership, management, and monitoring of the projects are designated to the different departments. iTeach is actively managed by the Information Technology Department, while iGov and ICT4D are actively managed by Information Systems Department. iCreate and ICT LFE are managed by Entertainment and Multimedia Computing and Computer Science departments, respectively. The Bachelor of Science in Information Systems Community Service. The iGov Extension Project, which was formalized in 2016 through a Memorandum of Understanding between De La Salle University and Jesse Robredo Institute of Governance and the college through the Information Systems Department. The department's contribution to this joint project is the development of a module that addresses the needs of the local government units and providing an avenue for pilot testing of training programs on open governance and open data. A seminar workshop on opening government, building competencies in open government data, ICT, and data management for local government units conducted in August 2016 provided an overview of the fundamental principles, practices, and trends in open government and the use of public data. Using information and communications technology tools and applications, these also showcase a training module on the basics of how to manage open government initiatives, coupled with basic techniques on data organization, analysis, and visualization. This undertaking generated research outputs such as a published case report on the needs analysis of local government units and the conduct of the seminar workshop on open governance and open data governance to build the competencies of local government units, particularly the local governments of Leganes, Pavia, Santa Barbara, Nulusena, and Zaraga through the leadership and support of the local chief executives. On September 2018, a seminar workshop on community digital mapping was conducted as a joint exploration in the area of disaster informatics for communities. Participants for the workshop were the barangay community volunteers and Sangguniang Kabataan members of select barangays in Haro, Iloilo City. The workshop was aimed at building skills on identifying community assets and resources, creating digital maps, and promoting participatory mapping. Training course content included topics on the overview of disaster risk reduction and management policies and disaster informatics, OpenStreetMap platform and features, mainstreaming disaster informatics in local communities, and mapping of disaster-related information and presentation of digital maps. Building primarily on the findings of the initiatives conducted by Dr. Sherwin Ona and Dr. Emmanuel Aliana, the ICT4D Extension Project was crafted and proposed in 2019. This research and extension initiative aims to develop a framework that incorporates ICT tools with data-driven decision-making on disasters and primarily identify ICT tools that are most appropriate for the activities performed by DRRM actors at the local government level with the hope of building more resilient communities. True to its commitment to cross-sector collaboration and to further the ICT4D initiative, the project, through the mandate of BSIS University and through the support of the University Extension Development Center, fosters partnerships with the local government of Zaraga and JCI Iloilo Incorporated as its non-government organization partner. The ICT4D project launching held on November 29, 2021 also delivered an online executive webinar on ICT for disaster risk management. This activity aimed to introduce the basic concepts of DRM and the applications of ICTs in disaster mitigation, prevention, preparedness, response, and recovery. On April 2022, the seminar workshop on managing disaster risks in communities was conducted at the Municipal Hall of Zaraga, Iloilo, attended by representatives from 6 barangays of Zaraga, Iloilo. The community-based approach in disaster risk reduction empowers and trains the community to participate in identifying problems and implementing needed interventions based on local needs, capacities, and available local resources. Through the seminar workshop on managing disaster risk in communities, the challenges and gaps in disaster information management are captured to inform the direction of ICT capacity enhancement that the project will introduce. Essentially, while increasing the knowledge of participants in disaster risk reduction concepts, needs analysis on disaster information management is conducted and documented in a form of group discussions, sharing, feedbacking, and reflections. Participants were engaged in various brainstorming and group work on identifying community-based approaches to disaster risk mitigation and the protection of vulnerable populations. Community participation and involvement is ensured through online and consultative meetings with municipal officers and the chief executive. The municipality of Zaraga is an active co-owner of the extension project. Furthering the ICT4D Extension Project, the initiative on community-based approach to disaster risk reduction is extended to the National Service Training Program Civic Welfare Training Service. As a pilot test for adoption of community-engaged learning, the College of ICT is able to combine classroom learning with community service, and students are able to link learned concepts through immersing with communities and conduct ICT-enabled community development projects. The project outputs include barangay websites, hazard and vulnerability maps, and the social media presence. The formulation of the activities and outputs from the iGov Extension Project and now the ICT4D Extension Project is aligned with the Information Systems curriculum. IS courses such as the fundamentals of information systems, information management, business intelligence, and data analytics, IS innovations and new technologies are incorporated into the development of course content of ICT capacity building on data management. And to further reinforce ICT4D, the research on discovering data fluency among DRRM actors as basis for the development of data-driven policy framework for ICT4D initiative has been submitted and approved. This intends to incorporate participatory action research and to foster close collaboration between the IS researchers and the participants identified from the local government of Zaraga. Democratizing who can produce, own, and use knowledge gained from research activities would greatly increase the direct benefits among the intended participants of the ICT4D Extension Project. These undertakings and the integration of instruction, research, and extension through the ICT4D initiative are evidence of the information system's commitment to helping communities transform and become more resilient through the application and adoption of information and communications technology. A true testament of upholding excellence through purposeful creativity and innovation and embodying the true essence of service.